Greetings learners, this is module 1 for unit 1 engineering geology. In this module we will be going through branches of geology and geology in civil engineering. My name is Sarath Kumar. I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Civil Engineering, GCE Dharmaburi. So the contents in this module are geology and engineering geology, branches of geology, geology in civil engineering works. First we will see what is geology. The geology word derives from Greek word geo means earth and logos means study. So geology is study of earth. In this we will be studying how earth was formed, what earth is made up of, and how earth changes. It is not a basic science. We will be applying basic sciences like mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology to study about earth. So, how engineering geology differs from basic geology? In engineering geology, we will be applying all the concepts in basic geology for a safe and economic design and construction of engineering projects. The basic objective of engineering geology are twofold. First, it enables an engineer to understand geological aspects of the site he is working. Also, it enables the geologist. Geologist may have a lot of information. If he gives all the information he has to an engineer, engineer will get confused easily. So, geologist has to give precise geological information to the engineer, which will enable him, which will help him for better judgment in safe and economic design and construction of civil engineering project. Engineering geology deals with large number of streams like minerals, mineralogy, rock mechanics, petrology, groundwater, geohydrology, geophysics, petroleum, environment, and hazards. For example, minerals. Minerals are the basic element that our earth is made up of. Minerals form a core for various metals like aluminum, iron, copper, etc. In mineralogy, we will be studying about the properties of minerals, and also the minerals combine together to form rocks. In rock mechanics petrology, we will be studying about rocks. What are the physical properties of rocks? What are the engineering properties of rocks? How the rocks are formed? How to distinguish between different types of rocks? Groundwater are the primary source for drinking water. In geohydrology, we will be locating the groundwater resources, and also we will be studying how the groundwater flows under the earth's surface. And also in engineering geology deals with hazards like tsunami, earthquake, and landslides. We will learn how these hazards are happening, its adverse effects, and how to mitigate, how to reduce these effects. As I told, the engineering geological engineering deals with various aspects. For example, for a farmer, engineering geology is nothing but a few centimeters of. But for us civil engineers, we have to locate the hot strata to transfer superstructure loads to the ground safely. So, for example, for a petroleum engineer, he has to locate oils, natural gases several hundred meters inside the ground. For an environmental engineer, he has to monitor waste, pollutions, and how to remedy it. So, coming to branches of geology, there are main branches and there are allied branches. The main branches, first one is physical geology. It deals with earth composition and internal structure of the earth. It also deals with how earth is continuously modifying over a period of time by various natural agents like river, groundwater, sea and wind. Mineralogy. Mineralogy deals with study of minerals. Petrology. Petrology deals with study of rocks. Structural geology. Structural geology deals with various formation of rocks like folds, faults, etc. Historical geology or static study of various layers in earth crust. Paleontology is study of fossils. In allied branches, mining geology is study of locating mineral resources to obtain various products. In geophysics, we will be studying about one will be studying about magnetic forces, seismic waves. Similarly, in geohydrology deals with location of groundwater resources, flow of groundwater, etc. So, why we civil engineers need to know about geology? The scope of engineering geology is best studied with reference to major activities of the profession of civil engineering, which are construction, water resource development, town and regional planning. First, we will see about construction. So, geology in construction jobs. In all types of heavy construction jobs such as buildings, towers, tanks, dams and reservoirs, full geological information about the site of construction and about the natural materials of construction is paramount importance. The first figure shown in the below is the construction site of a dam, and the second figure is the construction of a tunnel, and third one is the construction of road work. So in any construction job, first we have to plan it, design it and we have to execute it. In the first stage itself, before planning itself, for any type of construction, we have to know about the area where you are going to construct. To know about that area, you may be needing topographical maps, hydrological maps, geological maps. Topographic maps gives details of physical features and are essential to understand relative merit and demerit of all the possible sites. Upon comparing the topographical maps of different sites, you can come to a conclusion which one is best suited for the particular civil engineering work. The hydrological maps gives details about the distribution and geometry of the surface water channels and also the occurrence and depth contour of groundwater. Geological maps. It gives petrological characteristics. Petrological is nothing but the rock characters and structural disposition of rock types as developed in the proposed area depicted in geological maps. So before planning a construction project, you have to get these maps of a particular area you are working for a proper planning. Design. Some of the geological characters that have a direct or indirect bearing upon the design of proposed project are the existence of hot bedrocks and their depth from and inclination. Because if the hard, for example, in a construction site, if a hot bedrocks are available within few meters of the from the top surface, you can go for shallow foundation. But if the hot bedrocks are not available within few meters from the earth surface, you have to go for pile foundation. So the existence of hot bedrocks and their depth from the top surface is very important, and also you have to know about the mechanical properties along and across the site of the proposed project, pressure, nature, distribution pattern of planes of structural weakness, the position of groundwater table in totality, seismic character of the area as deciphered from the seismic history and prediction about future seismicity. So if the construction site is prone to more seismic activities, you have to design the building in a proper way such that it can withstand all the seismic activities. Also, while in construction, the engineer responsible for the quality control of construction materials will derive enormous benefit from his geological background of the natural materials such as sand, gravel, crushed works. Almost in all civil engineering works, we will be using natural materials like sand, gravel, and crushed rocks. Knowing the nature of this material will enable the quality control engineer for a proper execution. For construction in geologically sensitive areas as those of coastal belts, seismic zones, and perforemost regions, knowledge of geological history of the area is of great importance. Construction of underground projects like tunnels cannot be undertaken without a thorough knowledge of geological characters and setting of the rocks and their relevance to the loads imposed. So, geology in water resource development. Exploration and development of water resources have become very important areas of activities for scientists, technologists, and engineers in all parts of the world. The main source of drinking water is underground water. So, an engineer must know about hydrological cycle in developing water resources. The water resource engineers has to understand the water cycle in all essential details. Study of water cycle is an essential prerequisite for effective planning and execution of major water resource development programs on national and regional level. The water resource engineer must know the recharge area of their surrounding and do possible actions in restoring those recharge areas, which will help in increasing the groundwater. Next one is geology in town and regional planning. The regional town planner is responsible for adopting an integrated approach in all such cases of allocation of land for development projects. He has to think about best land utilization, and also the town should be as aesthetic as possible. Thus, a change induced in the natural setup of an area due to a proposed new project is going to lead a series of changes in the adjoining and even in distant places. In nature, nothing works in isolation. All such needed sound planning must be in tune with the natural features and process of a region. Thus, in almost all the aspects of civil engineering works, a basic knowledge of geology is must for a civil engineer for effectively planning, designing, and executing the works.